Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Little Red Ninja Allotment channel. Well, it's a little bit grotty today, but I've managed to come over to show you what I've sown and where I've sown it, and a few other tips as well in today's video. But I'm just looking at my squashes and trompeggino, and I've got quite a few fruit underneath all this. I'm not going to move it because it's a bit fragile, but I've given it a bit of support, so hopefully in the next video I'll be able to show you a little bit better. This area here I'm just sorting out to put a load more seeds in, mainly radish and lettuce seeds. But if we go up a little bit, there I've put in some more radishes, a mixture of radish, not lettuce, radish, in 2 rows along there. And on here I've given it a bit of a refresh. I'm leaving these onions in for the moment until I need them, but at the top I've put leeks in at the top. Next to that I've put the golf ball sized radish, so hopefully they will be golf ball size, and also the same here in a row. Next to that I've put in an oasis turnip seed, and that turnip is supposed to have a lemony type flavour to it, so looking forward to trying that. That's if it grows, that is. Next is carrots. I've put in a row, like I said in the previous video, in there. And what else have I put? I've put some beetroot just along here on this one, and it's called an alto, perfect for this time of the year. And I've got another row of onions, but really don't know what they're doing. Really don't know what they're doing. And they look like they're coming back to life, which is a good thing, just as it's starting to rain again. But the last row are the Japanese variety of radish. Perfect. So that is what I've put in here, and hopefully it will grow, because we're supposed to be getting some warm weather as well as moist weather as well, which is just starting right now. But also just in this gap between my beetroot and celery, which as you can see here is doing really well. It's doubled in size since I last showed you. And what I've got in here is pak choi. I've got a row, and you need that amount of space with pak choi because it likes a little bit of room. So I'm well chuffed with what I've done in here, and hopefully it will produce. And since I put this bed in, it always has, which is a Brucey bonus. So let's crack on with the rest of the video. Right then, this area here is where I'm going to put all the seeds that I've sown over the last month, and also the ones that I'm going to sow this week. Well, I have sown this week, because the tomatoes I think are at their best right now. Yep, they're still green, but give it a couple of days and they will start to turn, because they're turning very fast, as you can see, especially up there. I came here yesterday and they weren't. They were really green. So 24 hours, they're doing really well. So I'll be able to pick that and then sort this area out for what I'm just about to show you back at the den, because it is absolutely tipping it down with rain. So let's crack on with something else I quickly want to show you, and it is mainly all my potatoes, and the foliage is starting to die, which is a good sign. That tells me that the potatoes are ready. And if you have a look here, yeah, they are definitely ready. But the one thing that I will do, and you can do, you don't have to pick every place where you've got potatoes. You can just take away all the foliage and leave them in the pots or leave them in the ground, and then when you need them, just dig them up as and when you need them. You don't have to have pounds and pounds and pounds of just potatoes just sitting there back at your house or wherever you store them. You can have them in the ground and they'll be just waiting for you when you need them. But yeah, I'm getting rather wet here, so we will pack up over on the allotment and I'll go back to the den and I'll show you what has been growing ready to go into that area. So as quick as a flash, we'll be back at the den and I'll be able to show you. So be right back. Well, I've made it back to the den and it is still tipping it down with rain, which is not a good thing. But before I show you the seeds that I've sown over the last month and show you how they're getting on before I put them into the ground, I'll show you the seeds that I've sown this week. And like in the video last weekend, this is what I've done this week. I've done lamb's lettuce up there. I've done basil that I'm going to have back at the den. Spinach, that Monopa. The onion, the High Keeper. And the one onion I'm really looking forward to next year when I dig it up. The purslane from James Wong. And this one is the salad bowl lettuce. And I'll tell you all about how I've done the seeds in these trays in a second, but I just want to finish off here. The pak choi in this tray. This one is the mixed spicy leaf salad leaf. This one is the chervil, and this one is the perpetual spinach. And what I've done with every seed tray, I've not put the one in, and there is a reason for that. We'll be showing you that when I show you the other seeds that I sown over the last month, and you'll know why. So in that one, I've sown 4 in each of those cells. The same with the onions, same with the spinach, the basil, the lamb's lettuce. In fact, every single seeds, all the seeds, every single cell, I've put in 4 seeds in every single one. And you'll see why I've done that when I show you the rest of all the veg. So that is a job's done, and all I got to wait for is germination on this. So let's crack on and show you what I've sown over the last month and show you what they look like. So be right back. I'm going to get rid of all these, stick them on their trays, and then come back. So be right back. Now here we go. These are the seeds that I've sown over the last month, and you can see quite a big difference in a lot of them. And what I will do, I'll start at the back, and the first lot are a beetroot, and it is a Detroit beetroot. They're doing quite well. They're starting to get going really well. Give them another week and they will be in the ground. These are the same. There are some cells that haven't really germinated, and yet again I've put in 4 seeds in every single cell. Same with that one. So overall I'm quite happy with the beetroot. Like I said in previous videos, beetroot, if you're quite quick, it's quite good to do now, so you get a cropping in end of October, beginning of November. Fingers crossed. The next one, I'll leave that to last. This one has Lola Rosso lettuce, and yeah, see the difference. Hardly any germination there, plenty of germination there. Really don't know why, because I did exactly the same in that one as I did in that one, so that is very confusing. The next one is the Japanese onion, and I sowed this 3 weeks ago and they're doing really well. Mind you, that was 3 weeks ago. That one was a month ago, as well as that one. But I'm quite happy with all those. Some of them haven't all germinated, but I've got plenty of onions, which I'll show you in a second. This one is the KX1 kale that I'm trialing this year, and I only put 1 seed in, but every single cell has germinated. Looking a bit sad at the moment, but that's due to not watering it today, which I will do in a bit. Now going on to the last one. Now this one, wow, you can see the difference with all that and that, and the only difference in sowing time is a week, because I sowed all these 4 weeks ago. That is a Darko again, and look at the foliage. They are definitely ready to go out onto the allotment. These are the same Japanese onions. These are a week before I sowed these ones. So I've done a successional sowing of onions 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And that's all I really need to do, apart from the high keepers, which I've already done this week. So this one here is another Darko beetroot. As you can see, it's really slow, but I think that's mainly because it got a chill, because I kept it outside one night and it was quite cool in the evening. But the rest of them are doing all right. But I'm thinking of using these rather than these trays for sowing my seeds in the future, because these seem to work and grow quicker because they're tightly packed, so they help each other. So that might be a thought for next year. Use these, and I do get these trays from a garden centre. I ask them because they chuck them out, and I just say, can I have them? And they say, help yourself. So I will be helping myself to a lot more, but that's really good. But overall, I'm quite happy with what I've sown and grown. But let's crack on and show you something else which you might like. Fingers crossed. So let's crack on. Last but not least, the tomatoes I cropped off my tomato plants last week. Some of them you might have seen that were quite pale. Look at them now. They are ready to be sorted out. They're ready to be split and the flesh taken from them, and put in the freezer ready for my bolognese sauce that quite a few people have had and absolutely love, and that's mainly because homegrown tomatoes. So those I'm looking forward to tasting. I've already had some already, first lot that I picked, and they were absolutely sweet as a nut. So I'm well happy. I've got a lot more to pick, but that will be this week. I'll pick the rest of them and process them. But if you've liked today's video, thank you very much for watching. This is Paul from the Little Red Ninja allotment in the den, because it is absolutely tipping it down with rain. Next week's video should be some plans I've got for the allotment, and some big plans at that. But until then, look after yourselves and keep cropping whatever you've grown, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.